أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه. My dear sister, my dear brother, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What is happening lately in the medical world, in the health world, in social world? I like to discuss few of the latest recent study report for, as I always say, for our health to get better, inshallah. And I don't mean health only physical, health psychological, health in marriage, health in society, health in different way of life, not just physical. And obviously spiritual health. Spiritual health is very much neglected today. To be healthy spiritually, people do not take notice of that. And you don't find this unique type of health except in Islam, or with some Christian believer who follow and practice the teaching of Jesus, peace be upon him. Somebody yesterday sent me YouTube 29 minutes about Salatul Istisqa. You know Salatul Istisqa, when you have a drought, no rain coming, as it happened a lot in Somalia and Africa. This in California, in the United States. It was amazing. Drought, no water, people screaming, if you believe, you say, God, please give us rain. And many people do not realize the blessing we have all the time when we have rain. Allah organized it to have life. So there is, funny enough, with this weather, horrible weather and flood in Britain, there is drought, no rain in California. I saw the video, and I think Channel Islam International, the famous radio, South Africa, International Muslim Radio, I used to give a lot of talk weekly on this radio, I made a YouTube video and I saw it. I was moved. The Muslim done this sunnah, Salatul Istisqa, the prayer asking Allah to send us rain. It's so drought. We will not survive. If you don't have rain, water, you not survive. You cannot drink water, you cannot have fruit, vegetable, water for life, as you know. And who led the prayer in California? This is only recently. Hamza Yusuf, the famous new convert Muslim scholar in California. They have got Zaytuna College there, etc. 29 minutes talking about our sin, our mistake, asking Allah forgiveness, begging Allah to bring water, doing istighfar altogether. And I couldn't believe it. Just few hours after the prayer, they show you all recorded, YouTube, cloud, rain, flood of rain. It was very moving. And first time I see a real example, you know, how when Muslims do Salat Istisqa for rain, the rain will come. Subhanallah. You know, Allah said, ask me and I will answer you. وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمْ ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ in the Quran. And this is Sunnah of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He done it before, obviously successfully. Prayer for rain to come. Salatul Istisqa. So I thought I will mention it to you because I was moved, and it was very nice, real exam in America. And when they pray, they ask Jewish to pray. They ask Christian to pray. They ask everybody to pray because we're all suffering. They're all living in the same state, California, and they're all suffering from lack of water. This great sunnah, and we should utilize more because there are a lot of drought happening, especially in Africa, Somalia, many countries in the world. And subhanallah, it shows you first the blessing. You never think about it. All the time you got rainwater, you got life. Everything easy for you. When you are in difficulty, no rain, you start asking Allah. And Allah is listening. Allah is watching. Allah is answering. We have to remember that, my dear brother and sister. Let me move to another thing. Somebody also sent me yesterday, وصية فقيه أحمد بن حنبل, one of the four fuqah. وصية فقيه أحمد بن حنبل to his son, who is going to get married. I love it. And I mentioned, I sent it to many Muslim brothers and sisters today. And I thought this should be a guide for every young or Muslim man going to get married. Guide. Because we do neglect to treat, many of us, our wife properly. This is why we're having high divorce rate. We do neglect. There are a lot of ahadith and sunan how to treat your wife after marriage. I'm going to name for you these 10. 10 advice, quickly, one by one. The first one, دلال وإظهار الحب. You have fun, you play with the wife, you express love. أحبك. And now Valentine's Day coming, people will try to remember love to the wife once a year. I think is it 14 February, Valentine card. This Ahmad Muhammad, long time ago, and he didn't say once a year. During your marriage, express love to your wife. Women love to hear that she's loved. She's wanted. The wife loves that. We are cold, cruel, many of us, in our marriage and treatment of the wife. Second advice, or the third, the first one, dalal and playful with your wife and spoiling her and then expressing love. The third one, لا تشدد لا تزمت. Do not be strict. You have to wear hijab. Like that. You don't do that. You don't do that. You want her ideal wife. She's a human being. She has got weaknesses. She has got limitation in her life, Don't be so strict, stubborn, dictatorship in your way of dealing with your wife. Amazing. This advice needed today to marriage, not only to Muslim, to non-Muslim. Subhanallah. They are full of psychology about marriage and avoiding marriage collapse, avoiding lack of love between husband and wife. It's very important. Third, as you, husband, love the wife to look nice, beautiful, clean, nice smell, you, husband, how many of us do it for our wife? You have to look smart, handsome, clean, tidy, perfume, smelling nice. The reality, I see it today, forgive me, I saw from my general knowledge, I hope I am wrong, most husband and wife at home, they look horrible to each other. They look horrible. They don't take notice. You have to please your wife. You have to please your husband. You have your privacy, your home. You can do a lot. All these show respect to the other partner. All this will make life happier and better. Fourth, the wife likes to be queen in her palace at home. Treat her. She's a queen. She's in charge of the house. Don't disturb her. Don't undermine her authority. Obviously we talk in generally here, and if there is nothing un-Islamic, we talk in generally within Islam. respect, unfortunately, this palace. We say Buckingham Palace, she's at home, also all the time the Queen, all her life. This palace today undermined. Partly women left. She want to work. Also, maybe she could need that financially. I know that. It happened a lot. She doesn't care about the house. She's a queen. Treat her like a queen. Give her freedom and authority to do what she wants in the house. Do not too much interfering. Putting your nose. Why are you doing that? Why you done that? Why you put this frame? Why you put this on the wall? Why you put that in the kitchen? Please, at least give her some space to feel have got position, have got some authority. She can do a lot of good things in the house. You know, you could be wrong in a lot of criticism. You know, this is a beautiful thing from Rahimahullah Faqih Ahmad ibn Hanbal about treatment of the wife. Then don't go into position, he said, whether you love me or you love your family. This is wrong, and it's happening in many marriages today. He should not be the husband in one of these two positions. You have to use psychology, you have to give understanding, and obviously the wife, in a way, belongs to the husband, to the house, to the children. She still can love family, her mother, her duty to her mother, her father, but sometimes the parent of the wife, with collusion with the wife, interference, break the marriage. We need to be careful. Interference, maybe they don't think about it, interference. Collusion with the wife, you know, make a wall between them and the husband. This is wrong. You know, the issue of in-law is a big subject, how it destroys life sometimes. Although we like extended family and parent and grandparent and aunt and uncle, but you need to balance it. Sometimes they can destroy marriage. You have to know that. You know, your strong attachment, more than attachment to husband, house, children, strong attachment to your wife, and this is the same with the husband, by the way, husband, family, in-law, they can interfere and break the marriage. So to avoid this position, then he mentioned other advice, Ahmad bin Hanbal, reminding Muslim husband to be more understanding, to be more patient, to be more tolerant, reminding them of hadith that the women have been created from rib of Adam, crooked rib, bent rib, the rib here, bent. Beautiful hadith, full of psychology. The Prophet Muhammad, he said, if you try to make it straight, it will break. Don't break it. Please, don't break it, you break the marriage. She's created like that. She's emotional sometimes. She may be nagging you sometimes, you know. And he said, when Ahmad bin Hanbal, when she has a period, she doesn't pray and she doesn't fast, and you have to appreciate her weakness in the creation. And he said, Ibn Hanbal, this is beautiful for better marriage, better understanding. Most people with the crazy idea of equality, they expect the wife exactly like the husband. And this is affecting the marriage today, especially in the West. Affecting Muslim marriage, who don't keep in their mind the Prophet Muhammad saying she has been bent, created from bent rib, etc. It's very important to keep that in your mind, my dear young Muslim before marriage. My dear young or my dear Muslim husband, you have to keep this in your mind when you are living in marriage with a wife. And he mentioned another weakness. Don't be putting off. Get angry. Say, I want to divorce you. يكفرن العشير. That sometimes you do things wrong to them, they explode. They forget all the good you have done to them. This is part of nature of the woman. Here you go crazy. I don't want to live with you anymore. I want to divorce you. Go to your family. Preparation, beautiful preparation. Related to hadith. That sometimes if you say something, they go angry, they go mad, and they forget every good thing you have done to them. Holiday, car, money, clothes, so many things you do in your daily life. If you are a good husband, there's a wife. In one incident, in one angry moment, يكفرنا العشير, they forget everything. Do not be put off. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ prepare you for that. A lot of people having this problem, they don't know about that. They don't know that this part of the human nature of the woman. And she goes mad, and she might say a word, I don't want you, I don't like you, I don't want to be married with you, etc. Suddenly, this happened occasionally. And the Prophet said, beautiful, if you saw this wrong thing you don't like, remember, she has got a lot of good things. Ya salam. What a justice to the woman in Islam. Remember, she has got a lot of good things in her marriage with you. What she does to the house, to the children, to you, to please you, to feed you. Don't be put off in just occasional incident when she go, a bit off the limit and angry and behave as you have been cruel, bad all your life. She behave like this, as your husband have been bad and cruel. Beautiful psychology. Preparation, my dear brother and sister. There are a lot, by the way, other things for women to be wife, to give instruction. Maybe one day I will bring it, inshallah. But as I said, when I saw this today, I thought I better mention it in my TV show today. Subhanallah. So this you have to give it to all your son and Muslim husband today. The other thing, her weakness in the period, be more understanding. When she has menstruation period, psychologically, medically, we have many, tens of symptoms, from anxiety to irritability, to getting angry, to shouting, to part of the physiology of the woman. Menstruation. Funny enough, I was reading even today in the Daily Mail, somebody, I think in Japan, and he made an announcement, woman should not have hijab. He said, because she has a period. This is today in newspaper. She has a period, and women are angry, making protest against him. We have to appreciate the reality. And this part of weakness of her body, she doesn't pray, she doesn't fast, she has a menstruation with some psychological disturbance, misbehavior. You know what they call it today? Premenstrual syndrome. Premenstrual syndrome, medically. Again, preparation for the husband. And to bring all the time patience and tolerance and understanding. And finally, he said, remember, she's with you. She left her family. She's like captive in your house. Remember, you have to treat her nicely, gently. She should not feel locked, prison, controlled all the time. She should not feel she's captive. She's under your feet to do everything for you, to please you, etc., etc. Let her feel it's her house. She's free to do, and she has got a lot of right. This is another subject I discussed with you, I think a year ago or something, series of talk. The superior right of women in Islam. Many of it when you are a wife. Superior right. Many Muslim women do not know that. Now let me move to another subject. Again today in the newspaper, drunk woman on aeroplane. They show the woman causing a mess in the aeroplane. The pilot changed direction, emergency landing. Unbelievable. I talked about this before. Woman drunk, alcohol, passenger, the plane in the sky. She wanted to approach a man next to her for sex in front of the other. She lost her mind. You know, we have a lot of stories like this, different. The man angry because of the alcohol. He fight with the woman serving him, with the etc. Alcohol in the airplane. Alcohol alone. Put a match. The whole airplane explode. I don't know when the day will come to stop alcohol in airplane. They stop smoking. A good step. But worse is alcohol. They stop smoking, but alcohol. And you know, in the airplane, they try to be nice to you. The stewards, woman, the female serving, do you want free bottle? Free bottle, whiskey, champagne? Astaghfirullah al-Azim. And they're having incident after. They're having worse than that. Pilot drunk, caught. Driving the whole airplane. All of you will die. All of you under the control of this driver who has got no control is drunk. It's very bad. One thing I like to remind people, they don't remember it. They don't know it. You know, you are happy, you are not drinking alcohol. Do you know the one next to you or in the same road says drinking alcohol? Do you know there is vapor? Vapor. Ghazat. Go in the air. Go in the nose. People around the glass of alcohol. Do you know that? Do you know, God help us, forgive us. I could be drinking having some alcohol inside my body from the nose, from the vapor of the alcohol. Consumption of alcohol, you don't drink alcohol. This is why the Prophet was so wise. You remember the hadith? He cursed a lot of people who make it, who sell it, etc. And he ordered Muslims do not sit on a table, be in a place where alcohol is served. You cannot do that, my dear brother and sister. Say just, I don't drink alcohol. You cannot be in a room, in a hall, in a pub, in a cinema, any closed space, especially, like airplane, in a bus, in a train, people drinking alcohol. It's not only you are not drinking alcohol is enough. No, it's not enough. Vapor, alcohol could come to you. This is why we need badly a campaign to take out alcohol from any space closed where Muslims are there, where other people who don't drink alcohol are there. We need this campaign for safety, airplane, for safety of the pilot, the driver, for safety of other passenger, you know, and not to have some vapor alcohol coming from the nose, you breathe it in, go in your lung, absorbed by blood vessel. By the way, not only nose, skin. Discovery alcohol can be absorbed from skin. Not putting alcohol, the vapor alcohol, vapor can come on your skin and be absorbed. This is very serious, very interesting. I'm sure you're finding you cannot do that. You cannot be in a place alcohol served. You know, frankly, I have a lot of meeting. I want to attend. I go out. Meeting with Christian, with other, when I know alcohol is served. If they invite me to a party, if they invite me to drug company, you know, when I used to work in hospital, medicine, they serve alcohol, you know. Birthday, etc. I avoid. Because I will be still guilty being around alcohol and having indirectly, without my knowledge, without your knowledge, alcohol going inside my body. I don't know when they're going to wake up. The day will come to stop alcohol, at least in the airplane, at least to stop alcohol. The day will come, you know, by learning from the cost and death and hospital and illness and accident and rape and breakup of marriage and killing with alcohol today. They have to stop. I told you before, I repeat it, about 50 diseases filling our hospital from alcohol. I told you before, over 100 billion pounds, the cost of alcohol per year. the cost we pay to deal with alcohol, disease, crime, social problem, etc. So ideally, if you saw this article, all Muslim and all caring human beings should write letters today to the Daily Mail. Any day, put your view. Demand a law to prohibit serving alcohol in the airplane. They done it good with smoking, they have to do it with alcohol. Not only that, I don't know how you're going to implement that. The pilot, in the few hours before going to the airplane, the people, the customers, the people going in the airplane, there should not be anyone drunk or drinking alcohol. There should be a gap. Personally, I say a long gap, like half day or 1 day. No one should enter the airplane drinking alcohol before. No pilot, no passenger, and no serving inside the airplane. This medical fact, absorption alcohol from the nose to the lung skin, should make a case for Muslims to shout, to write letter to complain to airline authority. They know we are Muslim, we don't drink alcohol, and show them this scientific medical fact. You're giving us alcohol. And for God's sake, we're telling you stop alcohol for your sake, for aeroplane sake, for the pilot's sake. It's not only for our sake. Another report, pill for HIV. Today, they're making a new pill to deal with the big virus, HIV, which make the big disease killer, AIDS from HIV. They make a new pill. Some people celebrating. But funny enough, the title today of this pill for HIV will lead to promiscuity. First time I hear them thinking of promiscuity. They forgot all the contraceptive pill people use day and night. Woman, lead to promiscuity. Because she's avoiding pregnancy, by this contraceptive pill or by the condom with the boy, with the man, etc. But still, there will be more promiscuous, there will be more sleeping girl with boy, woman with man, to avoid HIV virus. If it is working, if it is successful, promiscuity first time. I hear it. They never talk about it before. When we have got 25 sexually transmitted disease and millions of girls and women are on contraceptive pill. 25 sexually transmitted disease. The pill cannot stop the sexually transmitted disease. This is one of the serious drawbacks related to the contraceptive pill. Opening the door for adultery, fornication, sleeping around, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife with another man, with her boss, with somebody working in the office, etc. I'm on the pill. No pregnancy. Funny enough that we saw cases 100% on the pill and they get pregnant. Unbelievable. Subhanallah. Even not 100%. Even now, the other report, they said 2/3 of girl, women going for abortion, 2/3 have been on contraceptive pill. So what happened? How's this pregnancy? There are 2/3. This is fallacy. Sleep around, we give you contraceptive pill. Fallacy. Is misguiding the woman and the community. Related to this, again, yesterday, or 2 days ago, I received a new book by my good friend in Amman, Jordan, Dr. Abdul Qudat. Allah bless him. He writes a lot of books about AIDS and zina, adultery, and sexually transmitted disease. His new book, The Fallacy of Using Condom. Condom? This rubber sheet, they put it on the boy when he sleeps with his girlfriend and the man with another woman. He said, fallacy that you can have this condom and avoid disease or sexually transmitted disease. Fallacy. He's a top consultant bacteriologist, Allah bless him, Dr. Al-Hamid Qudat. And he's doing a lot of work about chastity from health ground, medical ground. He goes Arab country. He was recently in my country, Lebanon, having workshop and session with people for chastity. Not have condom, not have contraceptive pill, etc. For chastity. Excellent. This is a new book. I told him, he's in Arabic. I said, please send me in English. He said, I'm making it soon in English. I want to distribute it to a lot of people, non-Muslim. I have a lot of good Christian, non-Muslim who loves this book. Because whole society today is saturated, have pill condom to avoid pregnancy, or condom to avoid, sexually transmitted disease. He brings scientific medical data to prove this idea is wrong. That if you have condom, you don't have sexually transmitted disease or you don't have pregnancy. Rubbish. Unfortunately, the dominant immoral NGO in United Nations and in every country, they're giving to you like sweet to our children, and the dangerous one, emergency contraceptive pill, morning after pill. Girl can buy it 78 pence. I said before, when she slept with a boy or with a man, within first 3 days after sleeping, she take many times this emergency contraceptive pill to destroy if there is fertilized egg, if there is fertilization. They call it mini abortion. So anyway, pill for HIV, which is a killer, very important, but this is not the way. To avoid HIV and AIDS, we discussed it before. No sex before marriage or outside marriage. Chastity. To be virgin before marriage, by and large, generally. No sleeping around with women outside marriage. No anal intercourse. No homosexuality. And anal intercourse. And even between husband and wife, forbidden anal in the back passage, the most filthy, dirty spot on earth. No drug abuse. Because people who they sit together, take a drug, they use the same syringe. If somebody infected, little blood you don't see. The other men use it to inject morphine, heroin, etc., etc. They get infected, We have golden rule in Islam to avoid HIV AIDS, to avoid 25 sexually transmitted diseases. Crystal clear. On top of them, circumcision. I mentioned this to you before. On World AIDS Day, 1st December, circumcision. The World Health Organization shouted many times, circumcise your boy, to avoid 60%, 60% of HIV and AIDS. Ya salam. Ya salam, in this beautiful sunnah, sunnat al-anbiya wa sunnat al-nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, khitan, circumcision for boy. We're discovering 60%, more than 50%, 60%. You won't believe how much you save money. Billion, trillion to look after those affected by HIV and AIDS. Sunnah, one sunnah. Request by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Amazing. So anyway, we like to have medicine to stop disease, no doubt. But still, if they take pill to avoid HIV, they still can get the other 20 sexually transmitted disease. They forgot that. And they still will go sleeping around. If you have pill, this is why the title of this medical study today said lead to promiscuity. Is true. More promiscuity, more adultery, more immorality, more pregnancy, a more unwanted, haram way of pregnancy, etc., etc. BMJ, British Medical Journal, this week. It came, on the 8th February, the new issue. This week, British Medical Journal. There's a big article asking to scientists, doctor, in this British Medical Journal, why can't we make all medicine from vegetarian source, made from vegetarian source? I like it. attracted my attention. Why can't we make all medicine from vegetarian source? You know, this, by the way, help us because we are worried about many muharramat in medicine, drug. Most Muslims today in Britain, in the world, in Gulf, in Arab countries, in Saudi Arabia, they take a medicine contain muharramat. Most Muslims. Alcohol, gelatin from pork, human part, etc. We still haven't dealt with this problem. I blame the Muslim chemist for sleeping. I blame the Muslim doctor for sleeping. I blame the ulama and mufti for sleeping on this issue. The West doesn't know halal from haram. All our medicine Western by and large. Even if we make it at home in Muslim country, follow formula of the West who invented it. You know. I wrote yesterday, I sent to a lot of Muslim doctors and some chemists in Britain, in Middle East, raise the issue right to the editor of British Medical Journal. You know, editor at bmj.com. Editor at bmj.com. Please write. Tell him Muslim need, demand to have medicine suitable to their religion and culture. And you know, many of these muharramat, Jew will join us. The vegetarian people will join us. You know, not from animal source. You know, obviously not from human source also. But I have to give you a remark. Vegetarian or vegetarian food, vegetarian medicine can contain alcohol. We need to be more strict. Can be alcohol. Vegetarian, you buy sometimes vegetarian from the supermarket, you have to watch. There may be alcohol. I know there is no meat and no worry, not halal, etc. But they were. So this article study raised in British Medical Journal. I'm appealing to all Muslim doctors to raise it. I'm appealing to ulama, imam in Friday prayer, to raise it. You know, in my house, I have a big reference. What's written on it? Kosher medicine. Allahu Akbar. For the Jew, kosher. For them, halal medicine. What about the Muslim? Where are the Muslim? Chemist, pharmacist, doctor, where are they? Why they are careless? Why the ulama and mufti keeping silent? By the way, this is not emergency. We're talking about common medicine. You are not dying. Obviously, there is Islamic fatwa ruling, well known. If you are going to die, there is no other except this, you eat it. You consume it. If you are in desert, only pork to survive, you eat pork. If you are cut off, only alcohol to drink, no water, you drink it. To save life. Life above what's forbidden. But we're talking generally. Commonly, easy life, I can take this medicine, I can refuse it, I can change, get another medicine, etc. This is a hot issue in a way. Should be made hot. We have been silent. I know there have been some trial in Malaysia analyzing the medicine which contain haram and pork, etc. But by and large, the Muslim world, the Muslim government, the Ministry of Health, the ulama, the mufti in every Arab Muslim country neglectful. Are our Muslim community in every country consuming halal medicine? Safe halal medicine? Personally, I believe most of it is not halal, and we keep quiet. So when I wrote this letter yesterday, I sent to, or Saturday, to many Muslim doctors in UK and abroad. I said, please, at the time, raise it. Write letter to the British Medical Journal. Write letter to the writer. They have got email address. You know, it's in the British Medical Journal this week. Write letter. Tell them this our need. As you do V for vegetarian. And obviously, they do it in food. They're pushing it now to be in medicine. As I said, it suits us, vegetarian medicine. But you have to be sure about no alcohol, you know. And as you know, the vegetarian are more respected than Muslim, Jew, and other. They have the food supermarket V, which I buy on many times, you know, but I have to check if there's alcohol or not, you know. V, sign V. Why don't we have sign H, halal, or a crescent on food first? It's a big problem, neglected. Another big issue by Muslim. Or you buy supermarket made by non-Muslim who do not know halal from haram. Why don't we have on every tin, every food in the supermarket you go to do shopping, to choose one written, the one written on it, H mean halal, or crescent with a star. Some symbolic thing. And the food industry should be happier to make things, to sell more to the Muslim. And they have market outside. Not only in Britain, they will be filthy rich. But it's neglect. Neglect by us, neglect by Muslim doctor, neglect by ulama, neglect, and this is very serious topic, my dear brother and sister, and I hope you waken up ulama and Muslim doctor and demand from pharmaceutical drug industry, as also you should demand from food industry, to have things suitable for us Muslim. No muharramat, no ingredient haram for us to consume as food or as medicine. Thank you for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.